When I first moved to Germany, I would ask people how their day was going or make small talk, but people would look at me like I was speaking another language. But that is only one of the shocks that I'm going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about the shocks that I experienced as an 18-year-old when I moved to Germany. Everybody talks about Germany as a fantastic country to move to, and that is true. But there are also a lot of cultural differences that you need to recognize and adapt to. There is an expectation that we come with to Germany, but there is a reality that we need to adjust to. And today we're going to talk about just that. The first shock that I got when I moved to Germany was that on Sundays, everything was closed and everything would also close around 8 p.m. Imagine, I come from a country where everything is open all of the time. You can order deliveries at any time of the night, you can go out and everything will be open. But Germany is completely the opposite. At 8 p.m., everything closes. And on Sundays, nothing is open. As a student, there were so many times I was hungry and I wanted to go to the supermarket, but everything was closed. The reason for this is twofold. In Germany, there's the Ladenschlussgesetz, which is very serious, and companies have to close on Sunday legally, unless they get an exception. And the second reason is people are paid a good minimum wage and they have a focus on work life balance. So you can't expect people to work after 8 p.m. because they have lives and they have families, which is also understandable and good in a way. But this also means that you need to plan your week ahead. You also need to plan for the weekend. You need to do groceries before 8 p.m. and you need to do groceries before Sunday. However, there are of course a few exceptions. As with any case, petrol stations and kiosks are open on Sundays and later at night. You can get snacks, drinks, a lot of other stuff at these stations and also at the kiosks. Of course, this doesn't apply to bigger cities like Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, Frankfurt. There are a few shops that are open all year around, especially at the central stations, but this is the norm in Germany and you need to adjust to it. The next shock was even worse. It was the weather. We all know Germany is cold, but perhaps we don't realize how cold it will be. If you look at a map of a globe, you'll realize Germany is very close to the Arctic. This means it's going to be very cold in the winter with very short days and very gray skies. From roughly October to April, the skies are almost every day gray. This can be very depressing for a lot of people, and a lot of people develop depression, seasonal depression it's called, during these months, especially if they come from sunny countries like me. I come from Pakistan where we have sunny days every day. In contrast to this, in Germany, a sunny day is considered a luxury. As a result, people from sunny countries develop vitamin D deficiency. This means they feel lazy, they feel lethargic, with low motivation, and feel very tired. So, you need to prepare for this by getting a lot of vitamins, getting good clothes, and also planning activities that don't depend on the weather. Also, ironically, the Germans have a saying there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothes. So, if you feel really cold, then layer up, that's what they say, and you won't feel cold. But a good investment in a good coat or a good winter jacket is really good. Make sure to do that. The last shock is perhaps the hardest one to adjust to. It's the people. You've heard that German people are cold, they're very direct, and that's absolutely true. I'm not gonna deny that. But like most normal people, Germans are very kind, they're hospitable, they're friendly, but only after a certain point. Casually, the cashiers, the neighbors, or anyone on the street won't want to have a conversation with you. They only want to have a conversation with you once they have a relationship with you. In contrast to this, from Pakistan, I can smile with people, I can have good conversations with them, make small talk, and that is completely normal. But here, it's completely the opposite. But you can adjust to this. It takes a while to warm up to the Germans, but once you do, they're very reliable, they're very friendly, and they're very trustworthy. You need to be patient when dealing with Germans, and you'll be rewarded for that in the long term. A good tip for making German friends is to find a shared context, whether that is a meetup from meetup.com, sports classes, university classes, projects, and so on. Over time, the Germans will open up and they will become excellent friends that will last you a lifetime. There's an opportunity cost with every decision you make in life, and you made the decision to move to Germany. That means there's going to be ups and downs, shocks like the ones I experienced and you will experience as well, but you need to adapt to them. It's unfair to expect the entire country to change and meet your requirements. You also need to put in the effort and adapt to the country that you move to, and only then will you have a good time here. Trust me, humans are very adaptable. Even I'm shocked about how much I've adapted to living in Germany, and you will too. What shocked you the most when you moved to Germany? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more life and learnings in Germany. Cheers.